Hi friends, and welcome back to Wordly Wise Book 5, Lesson 7. I'm Teacher Ulrich, and today, together, we will continue with Lesson 7. It's time for Day 3. In today's lesson, we will take on activities 7b, c, and d. So, make sure that you have those 3 activities ready to go. Great. Are you ready to start? Excellent. Let's begin. So, first up we have activity 7b. Have a look. 7b. Let's start by reading the instructions. Just the right word. Replace each phrase in bold with a single word or form of the word from the word list. Can you see the phrases in bold? Here they are. So we have to replace them with one single word from word list 7. So have word list 7 with you. That will assist you. We don't just have to replace it with a word, we have to use the correct form of the word so that it fits with the grammatic flow of the sentence. I'll show you. Number 1. From a distance, crocodiles look almost the same as alligators. Crocodiles are bigger, remember that. So which word can replace the phrase look almost the same as? Let's write it over here. Resemble. That's the word. From a distance, crocodiles resemble alligators. So remember, it's crocodiles. That's plural. So we have to go with resemble. If it was from a distance, a crocodile, then it would be resembles an alligator. Remember that. Number 2. Sarita's wind-up toy swayed from side to side as it took short steps across the floor. You should know this. Which word can replace the phrase swayed from side to side as it took short steps? Waddled. That's the word. Sarita's wind-up toy waddled across the floor. Number 3. A life that is lived apart from other people need not be lonely as long as one has books to read. Sure. So which word can replace the phrase lived apart from other people? And use the correct form. Solitary. That's the word. A life that is solitary need not be lonely as long as one has books to read. Not me. Number 4. A very cold mass of air from Canada caused this wintry weather. So think carefully. What can this word be? Very cold. Frigid. A frigid mass of air from Canada caused this wintry weather. Great. Number 5. The cast on your broken arm will keep it in a fixed position and prevent it from bending. So which word can replace this phrase, in a fixed position and prevent it from bending? Something that does not bend easily. Rigid. Look, it's rigid. The cast on your broken arm will keep it rigid. Number 6. The most strongly built of the 3 houses was the one made of bricks. So this sentence means strongly built. This phrase. Which word can replace strongly built? It's substantial. You got it. The most substantial of the 3 houses was the one made of bricks. Number 7. These patients recovering from operations are so lacking in strength that they cannot walk. They are what? They're lacking in strength. Feeble, that's the word. These patients recovering from operations are so feeble that they cannot walk. Next up, number 8. Meetings with the emperor are very carefully arranged so as to follow strict rules. Think carefully of this meaning. What can that be? Formal. Meetings with the emperor are very formal. Of course they are. Number 9. In the very distant past, all the continents were joined together. So remember, if something is far away in space or time, it is remote. That's the word. Remote. Number 10. After playing in the snow all day, we crowded close together around the fire to get warm. So what is a replacement for the phrase crowded close together? We huddled. After playing in the snow all day, we huddled around the fire to get warm. Great, friends, those are all the 10 words to replace those 10 sentences. Make sure you got the right ones. Next, it's activity 7C. Applying meanings. Circle the letter or letters next to each correct answer. There may be more than one correct answer. So that is important to note. There may be more than one correct answer. Number 1. Which of the following can be compensated? Is it A, an injured person? B, a worker? C, a person suffering a loss? D, a victim of a crime? Which of the following can be compensated? It's A, an injured person. If you get injured in a car accident, you can get compensated with money. B, a worker. You can be compensated for the work you've done. C, a person suffering a loss. If someone replaces something you've lost that is equivalent, it's compensation. And D, a victim of a crime. So your insurance can compensate you. They replace it. If somebody steals your phone, then you are a victim of a crime, then your insurance company can compensate you with a new phone. So all 4 are correct. Number 2. Which of the following might be formal? Is it A, a joke, B, a dance, C, a request, D, a bow? So 3 of these are correct. Which of the following might be formal? B, a dance, a formal dance. C, a request. A request can be an invitation, right? So you can get a formal request. And D, a bow. A bow is a formal way of greeting in many Asian countries. In South Korea, a bow is a formal way of greeting. Number 3, which of the following might be substantial? Is it A, a meal, B, the horizon, C, a sum of money, D, a purchase? So 3 of these are correct. Which of the following might be substantial? It's A, a meal, a very big meal. C, a sum of money. I received a substantial sum of money. That's a big sum of money. And D, a purchase. Yes, a car is a substantial purchase. What's another substantial purchase? A house. You got it. It's a big purchase. Number 4. Which of the following can be found in colonies? Is it A, settlers, B, islands, C, ants, D, mountains? There are 2 correct answers. Which of the following can be found in colonies? A, settlers, people who settle in a new region but still have legal ties to their original country. Those are colonies. And C, ants. Number 5, which of the following can be deposited? A, money in a bank, B, eggs in a nest, C, answers on a test, D, books on a table. Which of the following can be deposited? There are 3 correct answers. Which of the following can be deposited? It's A, money in a bank, B, eggs in a nest. Remember, deposit means lay down, so the eggs can be laid down. And D, books on a table. You can lay books down on a table, so it can be deposited. Number 6. Which of the following resembles a horse? Is it A, a zebra, B, a giraffe, C, a mule, D, a donkey? So there are 3 correct answers. Which of the following resembles a horse? It's A, a zebra, right? It looks like a horse. C, a mule, and D, a donkey. To be honest, I always thought that a mule and a donkey were the same thing. They look the same, right? A mule and a donkey. I'll go research that later and I'll tell you. Go research it. What's the difference between a mule and a donkey? That's interesting. I thought they were the same thing. But those 3 answers are correct. Number 7. Which of the following moves with a waddle? Is it A, snake, B, a frog, C, a duck, D, an ostrich? So which of the following moves with a waddle? There's 1 correct answer. Let's see if you can get it. It's C, a duck. Quack, quack. Number 8. Which of the following can be harsh? Is it A, a climate, B, a punishment, C, a voice, D, a reward? So there are 3 correct answers, which I can see. Which of the following can be harsh? A climate. Super hot or super cold, that's a harsh climate. B, a punishment. If you steal $1, a harsh punishment would be to go to jail for 10 years, right? And C, a voice. I hope my voice isn't harsh. Is it? I'm joking. So those 3 are correct. Great. Let's move on to activity 5D. This is a fun one. Love this activity. 5D. Let's read the instructions. Word study. Antonyms. What are antonyms? Do you remember? Oh yes, they are words with the opposite meaning. Opposite, antonym. Write the antonym of each of the words on the left in the space next to it. So these are the words on the left, right? Next to this, so left in the space next to it. Choose from the words on the right, which are in a different order. Oh, I see. So these are the words on the right. So we have to write the antonyms for these words. Here, we have to write it here. But we have to choose from the words given here. So we don't have to think it up. We can just find it here, choose it, and use it. Choose it and use it. Sounds good. The first word is harsh. So what's the antonym for harsh? Can you find it? Is it joy, tropical, love, disloyal, flexible, withdraw, full, burly, gentle, boring? There we go. Gentle. I think we can only use each word once because there are 10 on the left and 10 on the right. So you can use each word only once. When you've used it, draw a line under it or through it so you know we used it. Next is agony. Agony. So what can it be? Joy. That's the antonym for agony. Number 3, it's feeble. What's the antonym of feeble? I see it. Do you? Feeble means not strong, weak. Burly means big and strongly built. Burly. Number 4, it's escalate. Escalate. Let's find the opposite of escalate. I got it. Great. Fall. Escalate and fall. Number 5, deposit. 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 Withdraw. When you go to the ATM, you can withdraw money, take it out. Or you can deposit money, put it in. Number 6, rigid. Rigid. What's the antonym for rigid? Flexible. Flexible is the antonym for rigid. Number 7, fascinating. Fascinating. I see the opposite, the antonym for fascinating. Boring. 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 Was the movie fascinating or was it boring? Number 8. Frigid. Remember, rigid means stiff. Frigid means cold. This is a tricky one, but I think it's tropical, must be. Because tropical is a word we use to describe hot weather. Hot and wet, tropical. Number 9, steadfast. Steadfast. I see the antonym for steadfast. Remember, steadfast is a synonym for loyal, and disloyal is the opposite. You should not have disloyal friends. And finally, it's number 10, loathe. Loathe. What's the antonym for loathe? Do you loathe or love pizza? I love pizza, except for pizza with durian fruit on it or with dragon fruit. Oh, no thank you. Great, here we go friends, we're all done with today's activities. Let's have a quick look. So what did we do today? Today we took on activity 7B. Great. After that 7C. Excellent. And then we ended off with activity 7D. And we're all done. Well done to you, friends. Great job today. We're all done with day 3. Remember to join me next for day 4. You can bring along activity 7E. It's a passage and some comprehension questions. So, for tomorrow's lesson, you can bring along activity 7E. If you would like to prepare in advance for the next lesson, you can read the passage. Familiarize yourself with the passage. That will help. Anyway, friends, take care, and I'll see you in day 4. Bye for now. Cheers.